So to give you an example, we'd give it tons of articles. In our case, we gave it articles across the last 6 months, across all our brands to train itself. But at the same time, we give it the right answer. We give it the category that those articles belong to. So for each article, the model would now attempt to predict the category for that article. So initially, the accuracy won't be very high, right? So since we've already given the model the expected category, it can now compare it to the category that it predicted. So like I said, obviously the accuracy won't be very high. So that's where the learning algorithm comes in. So there's a little learning algorithm that tweaks the inner workings of the model to improve accuracy. So to keep in mind, this is a iterative process. So we keep tweaking the model over and over again, over iterations, right? It might be 1,000, it might be a million iterations until we get the accuracy high enough, until we're confident that the model can actually predict what it is that we want. Okay, so in our case, more specifically, this model that we use for the classification problem here is called a neural network. So a more accurate representation of a neural network would be something like this. So the idea behind a neural network is it's computers trying to mimic the brain, right? So our brains are filled with a bunch of neurons that work together in order to solve a problem. So that's kind of the intuition behind a neural network. So these little circles are all little neurons that work together in order to solve a bigger problem, in our case, a classification problem. So this is an example of a 4-layer neural network. On the left, we have the input layer. On the right, we have the output layer. So in our case, the trained model, what we do is we take an article and then send it through this neural network, and it will give us the category for that article. So computers are different to us, right, in the sense that they don't understand text and words and sentences. So what we've got to do is we've got to vectorize those articles first, meaning we've got to break it down into a numerical representation of that article. And then once running it through the neural network, it will hopefully spit out the right category as a numerical representation on the other side.